Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. It is Christmas Day. If you are a Christian, this is the birth of your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, born in a manger, a feeding position for barn animals. Because no one would take in Mary and Joseph as they fled King Herod's persecution. The story of Christ begins with the story of a family fleeing persecution. They're refugees, basically. That's why Jesus was born, ostensibly, as people say, he basically grew up mostly being an Egyptian. And in terms of the significance of that story of a refugee family seeking help and assistance, that has a very powerful and resonant message today. A little while ago, there was a bit of explosive news with a very provocative, shall we say, nativity scene in front of a church, where it showed Jesus in a manger behind a cage, and Mary and Joseph also separate in different cages. And it's a commentary on America's policy of separating children at the border, the southern border, that is. And a lot of people kind of lost their shit. Because, oh, come on, how dare you? Let's not make this political, even though the War on Christmas crowd insists on making things political every Christmas. And once again, it shows the hypocrisy and the lack of thoughtfulness of a lot of people who celebrate this holiday without admiring the rich complexity of it. This commentary on, the family separations at the southern border of the United States, that's one aspect, but various other statements have been made by other people, especially in Europe, showing a more updated modern nativity scene, showing, Syrians with babes in arms as they're fleeing war and violence and persecution back home. The very start of Christendom lies with a political act, King Herod's tyranny. The start of this all begins with politics. And Jesus himself was in many ways, as a lot of people would argue, extremely political in his own right. And so on what's supposed to be the holiest of days, the birth of the Savior, the man who advocated for the rights of the poor and the downtrodden and the sick and the hungry, that message is needed more than ever today. And yet it's become lost behind the other new, different Christmas tradition that conservatives love to fight for. What's become lost in all of this, beyond those who keep Christ in their hearts, and this is a very important day for them, and I don't mean to take away from that at all, but in terms of culturally and the idea of politicizing a holiday, it might be worth remembering that Christianity began out of a political act and brought about a very revolutionary and political savior onto the world scene. That should be remembered, and it should be celebrated. And it is celebrated in a numerous variety of ways all around the world. And so on Christmas Day, to the Christians, I say Merry Christmas. To those who are irreligious, I say Happy Holidays. To those who are not participating in this holiday at all, but are appreciating the sort of seasonal, fun holiday aspect, hats off to you. I hope you're having a fun time, because if you're here in Canada, the weather only gets worse for the next few months. But what I do want everyone to remember, whether they're Christian or not, whether they celebrate Christmas or not, I want people to remember that politics has and always will be a part of Christianity and the story of Jesus. And if you're getting mad at this idea of the story of Jesus's birth being told with relevance today for the plight of refugees and immigrants, if you're taking issue with that, then you're no better than those who would serve under King Herod's tyranny. You are no better than the Romans who, under observation of the law, crucified Jesus. Mind your business. If you're Christian, keep Jesus close. And remember the story and its relevancy today. But the fact that many people don't, and we're going to continue to have this conversation every year, is what's bothering me on this Christmas day.